Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with black trim. She stands 5 feet, 4 1/2 inches tall. She weighed in at 117 pounds and 4 ounces. Tonight, she enters the ring with a professional record of 22 victories versus just 2 defeats and 2 draws, with 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing the Czech Republic, introducing the former WBC atomweight champion of the world, Fabiána Bytyqi. And now her opponent, standing across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the purple trunks with white and silver trim. She weighed in at 117 pounds and 8 ounces. Tonight, she enters the ring with a perfect, undefeated record. 6 fights, 6 victories, opposite no defeats, with 1 of those wins coming by way of a knockout. Fighting out of Sevenoaks, Kent, England, she is the current reigning WBA Intercontinental Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the $1 billion baby, Francesca Hennessy!
So referee Victor Loughlin calls both boxers together for the final instructions.
Okay, ladies, you know the rules. Remember, obey my commands at all time, defend yourselves at all time. God bless. Touch gloves.
Well, what a contest we have in store here. Francesca Hennessy facing the sternest test of her professional career, competing over 10 2-minute rounds for the very first time against the former WBC atomweight champion, Fabiána Bytyqi. So we're underway then. This is bantamweight action. Women's boxing, remember, being contested over 2-minute rounds. Plenty of prominent female fighters have had lots to say about that. This one between Francesca Hennessy, the $1 billion baby, wearing the lilac trunks, trimmed with white. And the tassels just moving with, shaking it, shimmying with every movement. The woman wearing the colors of the Albanian flag, where she now resides, red trimmed with black, is Fabiána Bytyqi, 29 years of age. This is her 27th contest tonight, and she a former WBC atomweight champion between 2018 and 2024. And it's a fast start to Hennessy, darting in and out with the feet to score with that lead left.
Hennessy has the quicker feet here in the first round. It's a lovely combination that's come out from her. She's got that left hook, lead left hook to the body. Just the feet are just a little bit too quick here in the first round. Hennessy, as soon as she's not in a position to punch, she just shoots back, steps round, takes an angle, puts herself in safe distance.
So beyond the halfway stage, 2-minute rounds, remember, which can often make women's boxing resemble a sprint. Beautiful use of the lead left from Hennessy, and then defensively responsible, parrying with that right glove. Beautiful left hook around the corner, then a good left hook to the body from Hennessy, was found to range immediately.
Yeah, but DG's feet are just a fraction too slow at the moment. It's taken a long time to cover the distance. The hand speed's also in Hennessy's favour. So a lovely sharp start from her. You know, once she was in range, even then, there was a moment's pause. You see the shot, she took the left hook to the body, and then she's out again.
3-shot salvo ended with a left hook to the body from Hennessy. Counter left jab in response from Bytyqi. Let's listen in to Bradley Skeet, the former British and Commonwealth champion, as we see, first of all, some of the action from the opening round, where Hennessy made a scintillating start right out of the blocks.
Yeah. That was a lovely right hook to the body there from Hennessy. As I said, as soon as she's landed, she's dropping back. She's out of range. Bytyqi's feet are just too slow. That first round, solid opening for Francesca Hennessy.
Go down as well, up and down, keep painting, yeah? Good girl, nice and relaxed, yeah? Keep building on that, yeah? So into the contest, boom, got that cheeky one shot round the side, yeah? That one shot back, that's it, beautiful. Good luck.
Well, the man inside the ropes is Bradley Skeet, the former Southern Area English, British and Commonwealth welterweight champion. The man on the left of the screen is familiar fight figure John Pegg. Prominent in the film industry as well, John Pegg, just down the road in Birmingham. Fran Hennessy out to begin the second round in this, her first outing over 10. Bytyqi trying to quicken her feet now, just extend that lead left. Get the impression that she's the slightly taller of the two, if you believe your eyes, but look at that left jab off the back foot from Hennessy and intelligently claims her opponent in a clinch.
That's right, Ron. In female boxing, they have to move quickly, you know. 6 fights in and now she's already moved up to a 10-round contest. The rounds are shorter, but still, you have to progress throughout your career very quickly. This is a step up for Hennessy, who hasn't been prolonged. She started this battle really well, using her boxing skill to see the shots. There landed a lovely right hand, set up with the jab.
Cracking right cross landed by Hennessy. Left hook to the body twice. The first one through the middle, the next one around the corner, and then varying that left hand up to the head. Picking her punches beautifully is Francesca Hennessy. I was speaking to Mick Hennessy earlier this week as a double left hook sinks beneath the right elbow of Bytyqi once again. And he said that they've worked with a nutritionist for the first time in this contest, and for the first time in her career, Francesca Hennessy, who's had plenty of notice for this contest, competing legitimately at the bantamweight limit of 180 pounds rather than up at 120 and above.
Yeah,
and my goodness, she's razor sharp tonight.
It can make such a difference when you've fueled your body properly throughout camp. You haven't had to train in a calorie deficit, trying to make a weight that, you know, can otherwise be easier to make. But what I'm impressed with Hennessy here is the head movement, the defenses. She's making the lady in front of her miss so often, and that is demoralizing for an opponent, that every time they let their hands leave their chin, they have no success.
Volume and variety from Francesca Hennessy during the course of that second round. A high five from her coach Bradley Skeet on her return to the red corner as we take a look at some of the action.
Yeah, just took her feet out of range there, Francesca Hennessy, after a lovely slip dip. She's flowing really well, and then off that flow she can shoot her shots, land their body shots, and then straight back into her flow, making her opponent miss.
Yeah, beautiful work, yeah? Nice work, yeah? That jab stabbing there, you ain't gone down there yet, go stab down that lane badge, yeah? Stab down and you can come straight through with that, yeah? Just stay relaxed, the shoulders nice and relaxed. All she's doing is walking you down. Nice rhythm and flow, chance to change the tempo, go when you're ready, yeah? Good. Little go through the gears when you're ready. It's only grab a second out. Round 3.
So it's a sporting touch of gloves to begin the third round. Both women out to the logo in the middle of the boxing ring, and now just presenting a different look by dropping her hands is Francesca Hennessy. Remember, this her first 10-rounder tonight, and she digs down with a double left hook to the body, right hand around the corner, and then left jab through the middle once again. Sensational punch picking. So Hennessy in her first 10-rounder, Bytyqi has completed the 10-round championship distance 11 times. That's the disparity in experience, but the talent of Francesca Hennessy serving her well to overcome that gap.
Absolutely. There's been no problem so far for Francesca Hennessy, even switched southpaw at the start of this round. She doesn't want to get too complacent, doesn't want to get too comfortable yet. Bytyqi in front of her, she's got a tight guard, she is trying to press. She knows she can't keep up with Francesca Hennessy's speed, so therefore she has to close the range, get tight, and then let her hands go.
Not only is Hennessy working effectively to both body and head, as she continues to dig down with the left hook, brought the right hook into play, turning her palm up to the ring lights. Watch her left hand as an occasion she tries to bring the lead left of her opponent down and then find a home for a right hand. There she scores with a left hook to the body once again, as Bytyqi, continuing to press, runs into another left jab, straight in between her high-held hands. And Hennessy doing a very good job so far of sticking and moving as she lands a left-right combination that was sumptuously picked.
That was a nice combination from Hennessy. She's landed the jab, then it was a left hook, straight right. Again, lovely variety, attacking to the body and the head.
Well, she's investing in body shots and has done right from the opening bell, Francesca Hennessy. She has been switched on from the outset and is boxing beautifully through 3 completed rounds.
You're watching the action back now. Again, Hennessy's feet are just too quick. Too quick so far in this fight. As soon as she's finished throwing punches, she's creating distance. She's out of danger. I think it's been a almost perfect performance so far from Francesca Hennessy. I've got her 3 rounds up run.
3 scoring judges: Terry O'Connor, Zvonko, Fabiána, Irene Kostanko. It's been a very composed and effective display so far of sticking and moving on 21-year-old Francesca Hennessy.
Yeah, just keep chipping away. When you want to go,
So we move into the 4th round then. Fabiána Bytyqi with 6 world title fights of experience under her belt, winning 3, losing 1 and drawing 2. I mentioned the disparity in 10 rounders completed. In world title fights alone, Bytyqi has boxed 60 rounds. Hennessy has boxed 41 rounds in her whole career coming into this. But my goodness, she's going about her work with supreme confidence here.
It looks like she wants to put a little bit more spite on these shots here at the start of the 4th round. She's pressing. She's trying to encourage Bytyqi to punch. She's dropped her hands. She's trying to screw her toes into the floor now, Francesca Hennessy. Punch a little harder.
Good defense with the right glove once again from Hennessy. Did take a left jab from Bytyqi there, but then she comes back with a double right hand of her own. Bytyqi trying a right hand lead on the reverse 1-2. Again, just forced to back up from the stiff left hand upstairs from Hennessy, who's continuing to score effectively with that left hook to the body.
She is. It's a lovely left hook from Hennessy.
Right hand around the corner, and the second one, after the first disrupted the defenses, was right on the button and jolted Bytyqi's head back. She's keeping a poker face, maintaining her composure, but she's being pieced up by the accurate work from both flanks. Wonderful left hand work to the body, bringing it up to the head, and Hennessy continuing to flow beautifully deep into this 4th round.
Left hand working well for Hennessy there. Again, she's looking to dig that dig that left hook to the body. But sometimes it might travel upwards, just land in the chest, under the chin.
Well, there's the bell to conclude the 4th. And without wishing to be unkind to Fabiána Bytyqi, I think she's facing a shutout right now through the completion of 4 2-minute rounds as we see some of the action.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can't argue with that. It's one-way traffic. Francesca Hennessy landed some heavier shots in that round. Didn't show any signs of it hurting Bytyqi, but she's certainly trying to turn up the pressure. Francesca Hennessy looking to punch harder. We'll see what she brings out this round as she goes through the gears again.
So we move into the 5th round. Lots of respect existing between these 2 boxers, but Francesca Hennessy, beautiful footwork, moving backwards and to her right. Effective defenses from Bytyqi, but then intelligently Hennessy dropping down to the body and finding room beneath the right elbow of Bytyqi for that vaunted left hook. She's used it very effectively so far. Again, Fabiána Bytyqi first won the professional world atomweight title as a right cross. Is a cracking shot from the backhand. September 2018 when she was 22 years old, and that was just a few weeks before Hennessy made her amateur debut in October 2018 as a 13-year-old. I first came across Francesca Hennessy in December the following year when Anthony Joshua was facing off against Andy Ruiz for the second time in Saudi Arabia. I was commentating on the Women's Winter Box Cup from the Guildford Spectrum, a multi-ring extravaganza. Hennessy didn't feature in the televised ring, but I was aware that she was in action, and I helped her father Mick secure some action images once the tournament was over. She boxed very well, winning the junior tournament.
You're a gentleman, Ron. Well done.
So Bytyqi continuing to press, and against a young, talented, undefeated boxer, just the presence of a boxer like Bytyqi, who's continuing to bring it when she's being outboxed, could be a little dispiriting, but Hennessy keeping her composure very effectively and showing no signs of being perturbed by the presence of her opponent tonight.
No, I think Hennessy is trying to keep giving her opponent a different look, and this round she's held her feet a little bit more, stayed within punching range, and landed, had success.
Well, let's go over to Sam Harris, who is ringside with the Olympic champion and now professional world champion, Lauren Price, here at the Valent Live. Sam, it's over to you.
Thanks, Ron. Joined by Lauren. Lauren, how are you tonight? What are you making of the bout so far?
Yeah, really enjoying it. Starting to fill up in your lovely now. Watching this fight, Fran's boxing beautifully, lovely head moving, working well to the body. So yeah, enjoying myself. I'm looking forward to the main event, supporting my own teammate, Fraser Clark.
For yourself, what's it looking like next for you? You've spoke of a homecoming fight. How exciting would that be?
Oh, massively. You know, I love boxing in Wales, so to get back there early next year, you know, I'm back in camp, training hard, and yeah, looking forward to announcing something really soon.
Unified belts, is that the goal?
Yeah, obviously unified world champion. You know, I've been out the ring probably a little bit longer than I would have liked, but next year is about getting momentum behind me and getting the biggest fights under my belt.
Lauren, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So the action continuing as we move into the second half of this contest, scheduled for 10. The vacant WBC International Bantamweight title on the line, and Francesca Hennessy continuing to do a brilliant job, first clockwise, then counterclockwise, moving around the clock face to potentially bamboozle her opponent. Wonderful work to the body once again. Counter right hook upstairs from Bytyqi, just seeking to keep Hennessy honest.
Yeah, Bytyqi, she's doing okay in this round. She's landed a few shots of her own. Hennessy still seems in control. Very good head movement from her. Volume with the punches there. Finishing with a right hook to the head. Then off on her toes, creating distance.
Bytyqi trying to quicken her feet and walk her opponent down. Body shots exchange, first and third boxing by Bytyqi through that portion of the sixth. Nice head movement once again from Hennessy, just breathing through an open mouth. She's worked incredibly hard in this, her first 10-round contest, remember. Beautiful left hook to the body once again from Hennessy. Right hand over the top during that combination. And George, when you're stepping up to a new distance for the first time, when you progress from 6 to 8 to 10 to 12, in the case of men's boxing, how much fear can the prospect of going a new longer distance for the first time, how much fear can that instill? How much doubt can it instill in the mind of a boxer?
Each is different, I suppose. I remember jumping from 8 rounds to 12, and that first 12 round only lasted 4 rounds. So I was like, thank God for that, Ron. I don't know. But then it wasn't too long before I was in full 12 rounders, and essentially the work's done in the gym. It gives you the confidence to do it on fight night. When you're in your flow, you feel like you can go all night long. When the fight gets a little bit tough, all of a sudden you're counting down them seconds.
So there was a beautiful glutes to grass squat from Francesca Hennessy just a few moments ago, and then springing up out of it to have success. Francesca Hennessy, there's the coming up out of the squat, left-right combination, and she is flowing. And as you say, George, when you're in that type of flow, well, you can box 15 rounds if called upon.
Absolutely. You go all night long. But I'd like to see something. Yeah, we can hear Hennessy's corner, Bradley saying, turn on your flare. So we might be seeing something new coming in this next round.
Let's go.
Same again, Frank, same again. Second round. Round 7.
A little bit of a tardy exit from the red corner by Bradley Skeets, who won a Lord Lonsdale belt outright during his tenure as the British welterweight champion. It's the vacant British title at heavyweight that is on the line tonight in our main event of the evening. Here in our chief support, Francesca Hennessy, in her first outing over 10 rounds, is boxing beautifully. Fabiána Bytyqi, the former WBC atomweight world champion, hasn't quite been pushed to the periphery of this contest. She's keeping Francesca Hennessy honest, but Hennessy continuing to acquit herself very well indeed.
The sharp work from Francesca Hennessy, the fast hands, it's what's keeping her in the driver's seat right now. She's throwing punches in bunches, she's going head to body. But she's got to be careful there. Bytyqi caught with a left hook. If she holds her feet after, doesn't move her head, she will be there to be countered.
Winding up that right hand, like Sugar Ray Leonard in his rematch against Roberto Duran, and she's taken inspiration from all the greats. Speaking with Mick Hennessy earlier this week, he said he wasn't against her boxing, but he never really thought about it. But then Francesca was watching him coach Michael Jr. as an amateur in the hallway of their house and just taking it in, taking it in, taking it in. And the first time they went to a gym, she was an absolute revelation. Big, tall, athletic girl asked her to spar. Mick wasn't really keen, said, well, she doesn't have a gum shield. She took out a boil-in-the-pot gum shield, put it in and said, Dad, I'm ready to go. And had the whole gym watching her sparring debut, just learning visually through watching Mick Hennessy put Michael Jr. through his paces at the family home. And she scores again with a left hand to the body, right hand upstairs, and continuing to keep Bytyqi pinned in the corner and work her over to both head and body. Well, our main event this evening is between the Tokyo Olympic bronze medalist, the Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Fraser Clarke, from just down the road in Burton-on-Trent. This is his third tilt at the British title. It's vacant tonight after he came up short against the man who is now the WBO heavyweight champion, Fabio Wardley, on 2 occasions. As for David Adelaide, as for Jamie Chakiva, Jamie TKV, this is his second attempt at the British title. Both men very relaxed. Barry Smith wrapping the hands, and that is our main event. Topping the bill here at the Valent Live, Fraser Clarke versus Jamie Chakiva for the vacant British heavyweight title. Here and now, Francesca Hennessy boxing a very good display indeed against Fabiána Bytyqi in this, her first outing over 10 rounds. So we move into the 8th. So, again, Hennessy just showing her repertoire here now. Slipping, sticking and moving, jogging on the spot as she skips back into her work. A burst of shoe shine punches to the body and then right hand to the head. Wonderful variety and volume being demonstrated by Hennessy through the first half of this 8th round.
Francesca Hennessy in full control here in this 8th round. She's using her hand speed to have success. And right here in this phase, she's screwing her toes into the floor. She's trying to punch hard. She's trying to put a dent in her opponent in front of her.
Cracking right hand lead, and then again you see she tries to pull the lead left hand down like Gennady Golovkin or Vasyl Lomachenko to find a home for that right hand. That time no prying with the left necessary, really sitting down on her shots now, cracking right hand upstairs, good left hook to the body. And again, there is wonderful variance in the work of Francesca Hennessy. Good head movement just to render Bytyqi inaccurate. And these body shots may be beginning to take a toll now, because the last left hand that was sunk into the body just brought about a reaction from Bytyqi.
Yes, quite possibly. Bytyqi It's starting to get tough for her in here right now. She knows she has to punch back, doesn't she?
Cracking work from Francesca Hennessy, who really did sit down on her shots and get some leverage onto them. So, ringside here tonight is Callum Simpson alongside promoter Ben Shalom, British, Commonwealth and European super middleweight champion. He'll be defending his title at the First Direct Arena in Leeds to top the bill on the BBC's next show on BBC Three and the iPlayer against Troy the Trojan Williamson from Darlington. That's just before Christmas on the 20th of December, BBC Television's next live boxing.
That gives us just what we need, really good. You know what to go, yeah? Look for it, feint. Don't just show, don't keep going down that body. Feint with her. Straight down there. Come on, yeah? Put them together. Yeah? She's slowing down.
So we move into round number 9. Francesca Hennessy not seemingly particularly interested in a touch of gloves to get this stanza underway. And she's continuing to assert her dominance. You heard Bradley Skeet, her coach in the red corner, telling her just to put a little more on her punches now. But of course, by definition, when you do that, George, you do stay in the pocket a little bit longer. And of course, every time you let your hands go, you're open for a potential counter.
No, absolutely. You don't want to tighten up when you're trying to put something extra on that shot. You're trying to punch harder. And everything about Francesca Hennessy is about her speed and her flow. As soon as she punches, she takes her head off the line. She's happy to touch, and then try and put something hard, maybe on the 3rd or 4th shot. And then she cuts off at an angle and goes again.
10 years ago was a significant anniversary for the Hennessy family. Had one of his biggest successes. A burst of shoe-shine punches to the body and a right hook upstairs. Foundation for a terrific attack from Francesca Hennessy, but as a promoter had one of his biggest successes when Tyson Fury went over to Germany and dethroned Vladimir Klitschko. That was in November of 2015. Here in November of 2025, his daughter lead it. Oh, that's a wonderful left-right combination in between the defenses of Bytyqi, who just for the first time beginning to look a little bit forlorn here now, showing her competitive spirit, continuing to fire back. But Francesca Hennessy almost turning this into one-way traffic, as a right-hand bolo shot is the start of a 2-shot combination. There's the glutes to canvas, squat once again, but she was caught as she came back up out of that jack in the box.
Didn't quite come off, did it, Ron? Maybe next time.
Counter left hand from Bytyqi, continuing to show her composure. But this is a wonderful demonstration of variety and volume and punch picking and accuracy from Francesca Hennessy in this her first 10-round outing.
She's certainly enjoying herself in here tonight. She's trying to put on a spectacle for the new audience here on BBC, and I think she is delivering lots of skill, lots of speed, and a little bit of showmanship too. So she's ticked every box so far. I'll give her every round. Let's see if she can go out and close the show with a KO victory.
So George Groves, the same from Hammersmith, the former WBA super middleweight champion of the world, seeing a shutout so far through 9 completed rounds for Francesca Hennessy. 5 stoppage victories in the 22 wins for Fabiána Bytyqi. She's going to have to get her opponent out of there inside the distance. And Hennessy is proving very difficult to catch cleanly. So referee Victor Laughlin insisting on a touch of gloves to get this 10th and final round underway. Heard Bradley Skeet. That's a wonderfully picked left hook to the body once again, and then a left-right combination upstairs from Hennessy, who has been in complete control from opening bell to last. And to the point you made earlier, George, when I spoke with her father, Mick Hennessy, she lands a right hook around the corner. When I spoke with him earlier in the week, he made exactly the point that you did, that by working with a nutritionist for the first time, she's feeling energized and fueled during her sessions, and they said that she's doing this weight so comfortably, they may even explore the weight below in years to come. But right here and now at Bantamweight, for the first time, she is en route to romping her way towards the vacant WBC International Bantamweight title.
Performance tonight has been great. Energy levels have been great. Credit to her team, including the nutritionist, who's certainly made sure that she's fueled, not just for tonight, but no doubt throughout camp, so that she's been able to work hard in them sessions and get the fitness up, because, as I say, she's been very good tonight.
Working both head and body beautifully as there's a burst of shoe shine punches, then followed by a left jab upstairs. Bytyqi has stayed in there, always competing in the rounds, but I don't think she's doing enough to win the rounds. George Groves has got it as a shutout so far, as Hennessy just dropping her hands now, looking to walk her opponent down. There's the glutes to grass squat once again, springing up out of the jack in the box and letting punches go in combination fashion is Francesca Hennessy. Decibel level rising here at the Valent Live in Derby, because Francesca Hennessy has produced a veritable punch-perfect display in her first outing over 10 rounds, and what was on paper shaped up as a tricky assignment, well, without wishing to be unkind to Fabiána Bytyqi, Francesca Hennessy has turned it into a pugilistic cakewalk. And now, as we're looking at some replays, I can tell you that Francesca Hennessy is throwing shapes atop the logo in the middle of the boxing ring. And George, before you head up to the studio, your thoughts on the performance that Francesca Hennessy has just produced in her first 10-round outing?
I thought you was going to ask for the thoughts on those shapes she was throwing. So I was going to say they're pretty good, Ron. I don't want to have to get up and throw some shapes myself. But she boxed very well tonight. I think when she watches the tape back, she'll be very happy with her performance. She was just too fast, too cute, and had an experienced feel to her tonight. I thought that there was a comfort to her performance that showed way beyond her experience level. To be opening the show on BBC, which would bring its own pressure in itself, I think she'll be very excited, very happy with her performance.
So it's all smiles over in that red corner. See Callum Simpson with a fist bump in the direction of Francesca Hennessy. She's got ambitions to be a global superstar in the sport of boxing. She's taken another step towards her world title ambitions here tonight with a very good performance against Fabiána Bytyqi, the former world atomweight champion. George Groves has now left his seat and has made his way up to the studio to join Rick and Ellie and Steve Bunce, and the boxers are with Victor Laughlin at centre ring. Let's hand up to Cody Big Mo Momart for the official particulars at the conclusion of that scintillating performance from Francesca Hennessy.
After 10 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards at ringside for the official decision. All three judges see the contest 100-90. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision and the new WBC International Bantamweight champion, Francesca Hennessy!
What a wonderful performance by Francesca Hennessy, declared a unanimous point decision victor. All three judges scoring it 100-90 in her favor. She has boxed a shutout, winning all 10 two-minute rounds for all three scoring judges, and wonderful to see that respect between the two boxers. Francesca Hennessy, in the sternest examination of her professional career, passing this test with flying colors. There is the WBC International Bantamweight title that she has just earned, and these titles very important, not only for the sense of self that a boxer brings to the boxing ring, but the fact that they are fulfilling what everybody tells them in the gym. You've got what it takes to be a champion. You could go all the way. Beaming father Mick Hennessy. It's very much a family